Hey everybody, how is everybody doing? It's very late. It's about 3 in the morning right now, and I'm still awake. Fun, right? No, it's not. But I'm gonna be going to bed soon right after this video. I had a quick question because I made a video on this before, and I could not get any answers from my family on it for some reason. So, when I was in Pennsylvania, I was around one of my cousin's moms, the cousin I was staying with, and his mom had pointed out about my nose, and she wanted to know, your nose is very unique. Where does it come from? It must come from a certain country, because it wasn't the council nose. Definitely not the council nose. But she wanted to know where. Sorry, my eyes act crazy. She wanted to know where my nose came from, and I couldn't tell her because I always thought I had just an African nose. That's what I thought my nose was from. However, I only thought that I had an African nose because my nose is a big nose. But I get asked about my nose way too much. Um, so I wasn't sure, but like, because just because my nose is big doesn't mean it's an African nose. And when I've looked up certain noses, I can't seem to find African noses that compare to mine. There's a lot of African noses I see that they're like big in shape, but they're still like they're not as wide. It's like their nose is not as wide as mine. Um, and then like the bottom of the nose, like right here with the nostril piece, is different from mine as well. And I remember before I made a video on this, and somebody had said I had like a Samoan nose. Um, that would not exactly be untrue because on my father's side, I get my nose from my father's side. We have Southeast Asian ancestry because of we're Malagasy and we're part Malagasy, so Indonesian and Thai and all that, maybe Pacific Islander mixed in. We're not sure. Um, but I do know, I have Vietnamese cousins, have African, have Vietnamese cousins on that side. So that would make sense, but at the same time, a lot of people say I have an a Native American nose, and I don't know about that either. I don't know about that. I know my nose looks a lot different from a lot of people, and I get my nose from my father, my biological father. Um, so I know it's somewhere on his side, and I'm really not sure, you know, where my nose could come from. I mean, do you guys have any idea what kind of nose I have? Like, what does my nose look like to you? Um, does it look like a Native American nose? Does it look like just an African nose? Does it look like a Pacific Islander nose? A European nose, which I know I mean, I wouldn't say it's a European nose because a lot of Europeans have smaller noses. So they don't really have a lot of big. You find a couple Europeans with a big nose, but you don't find a lot of Europeans with a big nose. You will find some Asians with big noses. You will find some Native Americans with some big noses. You will find some even South Asians with some big noses. Of course, some Africans with big noses. So it just depends. And when I say Indians with big noses, I mean in India. That's why I make the distinction Native American and Indian. You will even find some. Will you find any Middle Eastern or Moroccan or anything like that with big noses? I wonder. I don't think you can. I think that their noses are small. So I just want to know, what kind of nose do I have? What does it look like? I know that may be weird to some of you on like asking about that, but I really would like to know because my family can't tell me, like my father's side can't tell me, and I personally don't know. Like I can't make that distinction either. So I always just thought it was an African nose. That's what I think. That's really what I think. So just let me know in the comments. Please let me know in the comments. You guys did really good at commenting on the last video. Please let me know. Don't let me sit here with not knowing anything. If it's just an African nose, let me know. I will know exactly what to equate that with. But from what I know, like, my nose is very unique. And I agree with her because a lot of people do not have my nose. They don't. So, yeah. Bye, guys.